Welcome back. As we speak, we're looking live there at Capitol Hill. The House is voting on that Omnibus funding package, $1.7 trillion. Of course, it passed the Senate late last night, so now it is sitting in the House. But there is a lot of spending in there with some questionable people receiving it. It is a 4,155-page measure. So again, we're looking live here at the House, and they may just pass a stopgap measure to fund the government throughout the next week. Joining us now, the CEO and founder of OpenTheBooks.com, Adam Andrzejewski. Great to have you with us, Adam.
Good to be with you, Bianca.
You guys are doing important work. You're looking through, you're probably reading the bill closer than some of the people in Congress even did. I mean, that's a monster, 4,000 plus pages. I want to call out a couple of things that Open the Books found and get you to react to. Democratic states like California and New York, $1.5 billion in earmarks going to California. And also $683 million for New York. How is this helping Americans when, you know, there's a lot of us in the flyover states and other parts of the country here not getting big dollars like that?
Yeah, there's a lot of pork in that bill, Bianca. There's $16 billion of these earmarks. There's 7,500 of these earmarks in that bill. And earmarks, just so we're clear, that's the currency of corruption in Congress. Think about this. It's like the gateway drug for the runaway spending bill. And this bill, this omnibus bill, and people are tired of these massive things. This is $1.7 trillion. It was dropped on Tuesday night. Nobody knows what's really in there, but I can tell you our auditors at OpenTheBooks.com, we've gone through it. Here's some examples of the earmarks. $1 million to the Rock and Roll Museum in Cleveland, Ohio. $2 million to the Hip Hop Museum. You've got 2 earmarks going into the Maine Irish Heritage Center in Portland, Maine. Now, those earmarks are worth $3.5 million. So all of this free taxpayer money on earmarks, I mean, it's the luck of the Irish.
Yeah, it may be, right? And a lot of these folks voting on it, some of them are outgoing, so they don't have to pay the consequences. But, you know, as we talked about our national debt, and we just had Rick Santorum on, Senator Santorum explain that Americans are so distracted, they may not know what's going on. So important stuff you guys are doing. I do want to also touch on real quick, we have about a minute left, but the COVID waste. You looked at the nation's largest law and accounting firms on what they took from these PPE loans. The numbers are huge. I mean, $625 million to accounting firms, and $809 million to big law firms. I love this one. Ernst Young in Guam gets a loan. What's up with that, Adam? I mean, Guam, of all places.
Seriously, the biggest law firms in the country and accounting firms, they took $1.4 billion right from the program that was supposed to help mom and pop businesses on Main Street. You got 20,000 law firms that took a PPP loan that was forgiven. The largest one was $10 million from the David Boies Schiller Flexner law firm down in Boca Raton. He's a Democratic fixer. He's one of the top Democratic donors and Democratic lawyers for federal and state candidates. The top 10 big law firms and the top 300 largest in the country took $100 million of forgiven PPP loans with little or no financial need.
Well, CEO and founder of OpenTheBooks.com, Adam, obviously people know that you are watching them. I guess, you know, we'll continue to monitor and have you hand out what's going on here so people can get the transparency that they truly deserve here in America. Thanks so much. I appreciate your time today, sir.